Hey everyone, Coach Travis Robertson, CEO of Robertson Coaching International, and welcome to this video where I'm very excited to be talking to you about something that I think every single one of you ought to be doing. If you're in the real estate industry and you're not doing client appreciation parties, you are missing out on one of the golden opportunities to generate repeat and referral business and to connect with your clients on a way that you just almost can't any other way than a client appreciation party. But I want to show you not just how to throw a client appreciation party, I want to show you how to throw a killer one that's wildly successful, because that's where you're going to see the benefit, and that's where you're going to say, Travis, I want to do more of these. This is one of the key things that we have all of our clients, that we push them on, that we say, hey, look, you guys have got to be doing this. We're going to help guide you through this. We're going to make this process a lot smoother for you. And I have never had a single client have a client appreciation party that failed, or had a single client that once they did a client appreciation party said, you know what, that was so bad, I never want to do it again, or I didn't like it, I didn't enjoy it. Every single time they're like, I can't wait for the next one. I want to start planning the next one. I want to do 4 of these a year. I want to do 5 of these a year. So what I want to show you how to do is how to do that, because everybody has the same exact fear. And you know what it is. Right now you're thinking, you're like, yeah, but what happens if nobody shows up, right? Everybody's biggest fear with client appreciation parties is what? That you're gonna have all this alcohol, all this food, all this stuff that you've prepared, and like 3 people are gonna show up, and it's just gonna be this sad little, pity party where all you're gonna do is just drink all the alcohol you bought, because let's be honest, nobody else is, right? And so this is everybody's biggest fear, is that you're gonna invite all these people and nobody's gonna show up, and you're gonna feel like, gosh, nobody loves me, nobody likes me. I've never had this happen ever to a single client, and I want to show you how we've avoided this. Because look, every single one of them, you know what they all said when we said you need to do a client party? But what happens if nobody shows up? So everybody feels this way. Everybody feels this way. In fact, when I did my first event, our first live event, you know what I was worried about? What happens if nobody shows up? Well, we didn't have that problem. People showed up, and they get bigger and better every single year. And so, yes, some people aren't going to show up, but people are going to show up, and I'm going to show you how to make it wildly successful. Okay, so if you do these things, I promise you this, not only will people show up, they're going to have an incredible time, an incredible experience, and you're going to want to do these all the time. You're going to want to do at least 2, ideally 3 to 4 client appreciation parties every single year. And if you do this process over and over and over again, they're only going to get better, only going to have more impact on your business, and you're only going to get more repeat referral clients. So what is this? There are 10 steps, 10 quick steps that we're going to move through pretty fast. So make sure you're writing this down. 10 steps to a successful client appreciation party. Number 1 is this: you must give yourself time to plan and promote. Now, for a lot of you, you're like, what is that? What is time? Because most people, when they sit down and they go, I'm going to do a client appreciation party. Great. When are you going to do it? 2 weeks from now. That should be enough time, right? And it's never enough time. You need to plan this out months in advance, at least 2 months in advance. I would recommend at least 3 months in advance, but at minimum 2 months in advance, because you want to have time to promote this. If you promote it, people are going to show up. But if you try and pull something off in 2 weeks, people already have stuff planned. They already have stuff booked. And so if you don't give yourself time to plan and promote, of course nobody's going to show up, or less people are going to show up than they would if you gave yourself the time to do that. Number 2 is this, is once you have the time, now what you're going to do is you're going to make calls and save the dates. You're going to send emails. You're going to send video invites. You're going to do all of this stuff to get people to come. So you want to be making calls, sending a thing out that says, hey, save the date. We'll send you more information, but block this date out on your calendar. We're throwing a bash. It's all expenses paid. We're going to give you food and fun and festivities and drinks and all sorts of stuff. So make sure you got it blocked on your calendar. Then you're going to start calling them, and you're going to start emailing them, and you're going to send personalized videos or bulk videos, whatever it is. There's different scenarios for all of it, but the more you reach out, the better the experience is going to be, and the more people are going to show up. But let me kind of throw something out there. What happens if you do all of this? I just want to run like worst case scenario. What happens if you do all of this and nobody shows up? Did you lose Well, no, because what were you doing? You were making contact with your past clients, your sphere of influence, and you were building that relationship. They won't know if nobody shows up. Remember, if they don't show up, they don't know who's not there. So if nobody shows up and all you did was make 100 calls and connect with your database and let them know, hey, we're doing something for you, what are they going to feel? They're going to feel gratitude, like, wow, that was really nice that Travis was doing that. I can't make it, but man, that's awesome. Maybe I'll make it to the next one. So you're still building the relationship and staying top of mind and connecting with your database, your past clients, and your sphere of influence. So there's no lose in the situation. Even if only 25% of the people show up, you still won because you connected with what? 100% of the people in your database. And most people are like, well, what do I say when I call my database? What do I say when I'm reaching out to my sphere or my past clients? Well, this is a really easy thing to do. Invite them to a party, right? So it's a simple way to connect. Number 3 is this: keep it intentionally intimate. So if your fear, and this is my least favorite way of doing this, but if you're worried about the number of people that show up and you look at it and you're like, well, I have 150 people in my database, okay, keep it to an intimate dinner of 25 people. Do you think you can get 25 people of your 150 people in the database to show up for an intimate dinner? Of course you can. So if you keep it intentionally intimate, what you're doing is you're making sure that it's going to feel full, and if only 20 people show up, it's still going to feel intentional. It's still going to feel like, you know what, this is what it was supposed to be. So if 10 people show up to the dinner, all you have to say is, look, this was supposed to be an intimate dinner for really the top referring clients, or the top clients of this last year, and I'm so grateful that you guys can make it because you 10 are the 10 most important clients that I had last year. So it's all about how you market it, you guys. It's all about how you package it, right? Now, here's my favorite, is if you're worried about the number of people that show up, plan it around another event. And this is what most of our clients will choose to do for their first event. So what do I mean by that? We have a lot of clients that, when they do it is around Halloween. They do their first one around Halloween and they do a pumpkin patch type of thing. So they say, well, look, there's going to be a lot of people at the pumpkin patch, right? And they're already, there's stuff going on like corn mazes and hay rides and face painting and all this other stuff. So what if instead of just, planning it around ourselves, what if we said, we're going to be at the pumpkin patch and we're going to give away pumpkins to the first 50 people that show up, and we're going to have face painting and bouncy castles and hay rides, and we're going to pay for all of that for everybody that shows up. Well, there's going to be other people at that pumpkin patch at the same time that are not your clients. So number 1, you're getting exposure to people that aren't your clients. But when your clients show up, they're going to have no idea that all those other people at the pumpkin patch aren't there to see you. They're just going to go, oh my gosh, look at all the clients that Travis has. This is amazing, right? That's what they're going to think, because you're doing it around another event. So you could do it around, Santa photo days. You could do, around baseball games or sporting events or minor league baseball teams or minor league sporting teams. You could do it around a lot of different things because they have no idea how many other people are there to see you and how many other people are there to see, just whatever's going on. So it's a great way of kind of creating the appearance of a fuller event, all right? Number 5 is this. And this is so critical. This is so critical. Tell people to invite their friends. You want to blow up the number of people that are going to be there, and you want to increase the number of referrals you get. Don't just invite your past clients. Don't just invite your sphere of influence. Say, hey, do me a favor. Bring people. You're welcome to bring whoever you want. All I ask you to do is just RSVP so we know what sort of numbers to expect. Because when you do this, you're increasing the reach that you start to have. And you know who people tend to bring? Their friends who are thinking of buying or selling a house. It's so funny. They all do this, and they're going to come up to you and they're going to be like, psst, Travis, don't tell them I told you, but the reason I brought Mary and Joe is they're thinking of selling their house this spring, and I wanted them to meet you. So don't tell them I told you, but I'll make the introduction, right? So they do this whole thing, and so the people that you're getting exposed to are people that are homeowners oftentimes, or that are thinking of buying, or that are thinking of listing their house. So the more they bring their friends, the more comfortable they're going to feel, the more likely they are to show up, and the bigger your reach starts to expand. And it's very, like, look, let's be honest. Just straight up calling people and asking for a referral is kind of awkward, right? There's great ways of doing it. We've given you scripts to do that, but this is a really great way of doing it. Hey, we want to throw a party, bring your friends, and their friends bring friends, or they bring friends, excuse me, they bring friends, and the people they bring are oftentimes referrals, and you didn't even have to ask for a straight up referral. It's a great way of getting the numbers up and getting repeat and referral business from it. Number 6, make it audience and clientele appropriate. Not going to linger on this one, but look, if you work with a lot of families, if you do something where you're going to be like, hey, it's adults only, just think about all the people that now have to worry about childcare. Or if you do a big family event, but you serve primarily young or older people that don't have families or kids, and you're like, hey, let's do pumpkin patch. And like, yeah, I'm 35, I don't have kids. Sounds kind of boring. I'm not really into the hay rides and corn maze thing. So make sure that it's audience and clientele appropriate. Number 7, so critical. Hire a videographer and a photographer. Now, could you hire a videographer that is also a photographer? Yes, but do not hire just a photographer. The key thing here is the videographer, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But you want to have a videographer and a photographer there so that they're capturing everything, because you're going to blast the crap out of this on social media, and you're going to capture client testimonials because now they're there. You're throwing them a party. When's a great time to get video testimonials from a client? When they're drunk. No, I'm just kidding. Not when they're drunk, before they're drunk, but when you're feeding them, you're giving them drinks, or you're giving them activities for the kids, right? If you're doing this stuff and they're having a great time and they're like, oh my gosh, Johnny, little Johnny, my terror of a devil child is off, doing whatever he's doing, and I don't have to worry about him for 2 hours, and the face painter can, worry about devil Johnny. They're going to be so happy. Their videographer is going to show up and go, hey, how did you, start working with Travis, and tell me about that experience, and how's that been? And they're going to give you the most glowing client testimonial you will ever get. And now you have all these video testimonials. Now what are you going to do? You're going to post and share the pictures and the videos on social media. This is how you start getting more and more play out of that. And you're going to tag everybody that's there. You're going to say, hey, thanks for coming, John and Mary. Here's the picture of you guys and your family, and here's the video that you guys recorded. Thank you so much. And you're going to put all of this together in a client testimonial video. Step 10, you create a client testimonial video. So yes, you're going to share these on social media, but now you're going to create a very specific video that is just client testimonials. And when are you going to use this? Well, before a listing appointment, anytime somebody reaches out to you, a new lead comes in, you say, hey, I'm going to be reaching out to you. Here's what it's like to work with me. Here's what other people have said. You can say all day long, look, my clients love me. They think I'm great, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's going to go, yeah, of course you say that, because nobody's going to say, look, I'm kind of shady. I'm going to lie to you throughout this entire process. But if somebody's on video saying, hey, Travis is amazing. He's incredible to work with. He really took care of us through the entire process. Do you think that's going to go a long way in making a powerful impact on any lead that you're trying to convert into a client? 100%. And do you think most of your competitors have this? Absolutely not. So it's worth the investment. Make the investment, have a videographer there, get those testimonial videos, have them invite their friends, get people having a great time, and I promise you, you will do client parties multiple times per year. You'll have success with it. You're going to love it. Your clients are going to love it. You're going to get repeat business. You're going to get referrals from it, and you're going to call me or you're going to email me and you're going to thank me. And you're going to say, Travis, thank you so much for making me do this because it's changed my business. Now, I'm curious, in the comments below, let me know. Do you do client appreciation parties? What kind of parties do you do? Do you do, something around an existing event? Do you do intimate ones, big blowouts? Do you do it around a holiday? Share it in the comments below. I'm really curious. I want to know. I bet there's a lot of different ideas that you guys have that you've seen work and that you can share with each other so you can get other ideas. So share it in the comments below. If you like this video, do me a favor. Make sure you share it on social media. Make sure you like the video, and make sure you subscribe for more of these, because we're releasing these all the time and I'm here to serve you and to help you. In the meantime, you guys, do not settle for anything less than you deserve. If you believe in yourself half as much as I believe in you, you've got an amazing business, amazing life ahead of you, and I'm so honored and grateful to be a part of it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.